Hello my friends and channel subscribers, Greg here from Brisbane, Australia with another uncut, unedited, no bull video. Today's video a bit different. Today's video I'm not reviewing anything, but I will be talking about household batteries. So I'm about just to embark on a project to install household battery, and this is not my first battery. I will link above video that I posted 5 years ago. My first battery was Tesla Powerwall 2. And that wasn't my previous property. The property was sold, and new property that I'm in, I've got solar installed that I documented as well. I've got good V inverter that I link above as well if you're interested. But times moved on and the energy market is different. Now we've got rebate for batteries. It's significant rebate. I can talk about this. There's plenty of videos that explain it, but I will touch it as well. But this property deserves a battery, and the reasons for that, and I'll outline everything that I would like to talk about in the following videos. But today, reasons for choosing Segen and not other batteries. There are so many good batteries in the market now, but you know, there are top 5 that I consider, and Segen by far won my vote. So let's talk about Segen store for a second, and then I'll move on why Segen and not others, and then I'll talk about my situation, and then what other videos will be about. So Segen store is a new player on market, and you can tell that it's like unproven technology. You know, it's a new company, whatever you want, but they exist from 2022, I believe so. Founder come from UI or Huawei, however you pronounce it. With my accent, it doesn't matter. And a lot of smart people working for it. So they combine whatever people dreamt about batteries in one single product. What do I mean? Everyone wants different things from battery, and they have it all in one package. So let's talk about what they did differently from others. So this battery is stackable. So you choose your stacks and you stack it up to the configuration that you want. Unlike Tesla, unlike others, that give you a final product, this one you assemble. It's almost like a Lego blocks, you build it up. So I've chosen 6 battery modules and then inverter on top. So I would like to maximize capacity of my batteries. What other modules are available there? So you've got a vehicle charger. So what's so unique about that vehicle charger? It's DC charger. Unlike AC chargers that can mount on a wall that work from your grid only or some backup source, you need to convert AC to DC because car batteries are on DC and grid is on AC. The Segen store or Sigenergy will take electricity from any source and predominantly from batteries, and without conversion charge your car. So the speed is faster, the communication is better, and it's ready for vehicle to grid or vehicle to home. The standards still need to be worked with manufacturers of the cars, but it's ready. You can connect, and it's bi-directional. And speed of charging is also 12.5 kilowatts and 25 kilowatts depending on the model of the charger you buy. So the charger comes as a stackable item. So at the bottom it will be base, and then you build up your stack. So it must have at least one inverter and the other modules you choose. So I've chosen 6 battery module. Each module is 8 kilowatts. So at the end I have 48 kilowatts of battery. I know it's a lot, but I've got interesting setup that I'm building here, and maybe one day I will go off grid. Also, let's speak about off grid. So the battery is designed to be on grid, off grid, or any hybrid technology, and also it acts almost like UPS. It's not only supply when you're losing power, but it's an immediate supply. So the closest can come to this setup is I think Tesla Powerwall. There's a 4 millisecond switch over. This one is in no time. It's not UPS standard. You cannot claim it as a UPS, but the switch over is so quick that time-sensitive devices would not get disconnected or rebooted in that switch over. Like for example, when I had Tesla Powerwall, every time it was switching from grid to battery, it was restarting my router. So this one should not do this at all. So it's fast, it's in and out, and you will have no idea. The monitoring is better. the inverters are better. So for example, Tesla and Powerwall 2 was giving you 5 kilowatts of inverter. Powerwall 3, I think you can choose 10, but you cannot choose what inverter you get inside. In a Segen store, you choose your inverter. So I'm in a single phase. I could choose from, I think, 4 kilowatt inverter all the way to 12. And there's a reason why you would choose certain inverter. First of all, it depends what you do with that inverter. For me, I can charge either from grid or from solar power. And if I'm charging from grid, I would like to maximize my charging speed, and that can be only done by bigger inverter and decent amount of batteries. Please remember, many people don't know this or forget that in Segen store you can charge batteries at 0.5. What does it mean? That means if you got 4 kilowatt battery, you can only charge at 2 kilowatt speed. So if I would like to utilize all 12 kilowatts of inverter, I have to have at least 24 kilowatts of battery. But that's for later day. I'll explain how I stack them up, how I configure, and what's so cool. Also, Segen store has, like, as I say, inbuilt inverter. You don't need inverter that you've got on the wall, but if you still would like to keep using your inverter, there's a smart port on Segen store. You can connect your old inverter into Segen store and still use it. There are so many reasons to use Segen store, and I'm not affiliated with the company at all. I'm just surprised how in 5 years technology moved so far. So here I've got half of my order that will be installed in between 2 to 4 weeks. So rebate kicks in on the 1st of July 2025. People that install before may not get rebates, so we're careful how we install and what we do with it. So at the moment we get shipment and then we build it up. Just behind me, it will be mounted on the floor, stuck to the wall, and it will be gateway. Just remember, if you'd like to go off-grid or have a full house backup, you do need to have gateway. Gateway is your smart switch that ensures that. So what I've got here, I've got 8 kilowatt battery, 8 kilowatt battery, 8 kilowatt battery. I've got inverter and I've got a gateway, and those are bollards. So if you mount on the floor, and it must be in a garage, so I live close to the ocean, I cannot install outside, otherwise I'm losing warranty. I think Segen say not 500 meters or more from the ocean. I'm closer than that, so it must go in the garage. And bollards to protect from a car impact. So this is my half order. I'm waiting for another 3 batteries, so it will be 6 batteries of 8 kilowatts. It will be inverter, 12 kilowatt inverter on top, and it will be gateway to keep my whole house backed up, and I can go off grid, but at the moment I will be running on off grid the way I please. So the idea for now is to leverage tariffs, maybe participate in VPP if I want to, and explore other options. As you may know, I also have electric vehicle, so I would like to leverage charging times, be more independent how I charge my car, utilizing battery and grid in a smart way. Now, I record this video to instigate conversation. As usual, I'm very active in comments. So if you're just about to consider, if you're in Australia, or perhaps in any other country, but in Australia in particular, because we've got that rebate going on, please ask questions. What is important to understand? When you use the rebate, federal government rebate for batteries, you can use it only once. So choose your battery capacity wisely. What do I mean? If you choose only 8 kilowatt battery and you decide it's not enough, you need to add more, you will pay full price. And the way it goes here, I've chosen initially 24 kilowatt of batteries, and if you take full price and then government rebate, the rebate was only 30%. The full stack of 48 kilowatts gives me 50% of the whole price rebate. So if you can afford more, go more. Now, also important, when you go more batteries, you need to think what kind of inverter you're getting. If you're 3-phase, you've got more options. If you're single phase, you need to understand how you're going to charge your batteries, because your inverter may become a limiting factor of you charging batteries. So remember, if you got, for example, I don't know, one battery, 8 kilowatts, right? There's no need to go for big inverter unless you will add batteries later. But if you've got a lot of batteries and small inverter, you may not be able to charge them in time to replete the battery. So I would like to instigate conversation with this video, and also I think I will film in a time-lapse installation, and also if I'm happy with my installer, which at the moment got 5-star review on the Google, I will include them in my video and get their opinion on configuration, what they suggest and everything else. As usual, please hit the subscribe button, like if you like this video, or if you would like to know more and you're getting it from this channel, that's your way. Also participate in discussions. Let's keep it going. Thank you so much for watching. Greg from Brisbane, Australia.